Hi guys, Beth here at Abby's Addicts Creation, and today I'm going to be doing kind of a part 2 to some good blanks to have at a craft fair. This is just in addition to, every area is going to be slightly different on what sells best for you, but these are some of the top sellers that sell across everywhere. Here's a couple of things of what we'll be going over. So today for our first part of things to have at a craft fair, and again, you can bring some of these pre-made, but I would definitely have blanks available because some people just may want to have them personalized with their name, a friend's name, maybe their business, something like that. If it's a bar or a place like that, they might even order a bunch of them right there on the spot from you. So it's definitely a great idea to have plenty of just blank ones available. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this up right here in the middle. I did already bring it in, but if you don't know how to, I will show you. You click this X, you go to File, Import. Mine is in the download, so I would just click that and I would import the SVG, and it's already there now. So see, now I have 2 copies. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my settings sheet for the F2, and I am going to look and see what I've used for my settings for these prior. And I know I just used my Lone Star Rawhide, which is 100 power, 700 speed, and 200 lines per centimeter. And we're just going to frame that real quick so we can make sure it's exactly where we would like it. As you can see, it's framed pretty well. I'm quite happy with where it's at. It is in the center of this. So we will just hit process on the xTool Studio and we will engrave it. And as you can see, it's only going to take 24 seconds for this. And we'll hit start here and we will go click the button at the F2 and get it started. Well, that did not record, but I wanted to show you guys anyways that it did come out pretty dark and has good depth to it. But I did want to show you guys that, but I mean, you guys have seen things engraved, so I'm pretty sure you know what it looks like when it's engraving. So I hope that's okay. And we have keychains. Again, this is a different type of keychain. This is a Leatherrett keychain. Different from the last video. People love keychains still. Even though most people have number codes to their houses now and everything, people still love keychains. So this is a Leatherette keychain, and we're going to bring in a sarcastic one because sarcastic stuff really sells at any craft fair you go to. I have found that out. So I'm going to try this one. I'm going to make it slightly bigger. I'm going to centrally locate it. And when you do, you'll see those blue lines pop up. So right there, it's centrally located. However, it's not centrally located onto the keychain. So I'm going to frame it and then I will show you what I do over at the F2. As you can see, it is not centrally located here. So I'm just going to move this. And I'm actually going to make it, instead of a rectangle, I'm going to do an outline and then frame again. So I can see exactly where it's going to be. And that looks pretty good to me right there. So we're just going to hit start. And remember, you do need to have extraction, which I do have, venting outside. I also have on safety glasses so that I am not affected by the blue light. So as you can see, that came out really black and it looks awesome. It's fairly deep and there's no missed spaces. The reason why we had to crosshatch on this particular color and keychain is because if you don't, it ends up missing some blue. So the crosshatch is basically, it's just going to go back across and get it. Now we're going to do a koozie. These are magnetic, so they're great. They'll stick to anything metal. So let's bring in an SVG here. I did get this SVG from Creative Fabrica. And because, see, when you bring in stuff, a lot of stuff from Creative Fabrica, it is not a compound vector. So you do have to make sure it's all selected and create compound vector. This will change the color of it all to one single color as well. I am going to make this slightly bigger and make it centrally located. I am going to frame this, so we're going to frame it and head on over to the F2 to see where it's at. So I'm just putting it about in the middle of it. And that looks about good to me. I'm going to run that one more time and just slow it down just a smidge. So what I'm going to do, instead of the 2000 speed, I'm slowing that down to 1500. I am going to turn off the cross hatch. I don't think we'll need it now. And I'm sending it. Next up, we have these bracelets. These bracelets are pretty good. They're good for men. They're definitely more of a man kind of bracelet where you can put whatever you want on them. You can put, maybe a wife wants to give a gift from their children for Father's Day with their names or something. But another unique idea you can do with these, you can use them as medical ID bracelets for somebody who's diabetic or, allergies. Maybe somebody can't be intubated if they get, called to an ambulance or whatever the case may be, or they're at the hospital. So these are very universal and can be used in many different ways. So I am just going to set up just a quick text on it, nothing too crazy. We're going to set that to engrave. Now, how I get my focus on these is, because this is curved, as you can see, I kind of go right in the middle. So about where this A is where I manually focused on the machine. And you can also set it up and do it that way and do it autofocus. I am just going to make this a tad bit smaller. Like I said, it's just a quick basic one. I'm not doing anything special with it or anything. You could, if somebody just wanted dad on it, you could put, like, their kids' names. You could do anything. You could put something masculine on each side. The possibilities are completely endless with this. So with these, because they are a black, they're kind of like the business cards, I would say. I am going to start, I'm actually going to use xTool settings. I did bring in the dog tag and it shows like this. I haven't done this particular one yet, so we are going to learn together on this one. So, but I am going to slow it down because I have noticed the speeds are rather fast, so I am going to slow it down to 2000. I'm going to keep it at the 200 lines, and we're going to keep the crosshatch off. We are going to frame this. I'm sure you guys can't see the frame on the black, and for that, I am sorry. But that looks good to me now, so we will send it on over. And that actually looks really well. So as you can see, it comes out silver right here. And you can use them for, like I said, medical ID bracelets. You know, there's all kinds of possibilities. These do come in different kind of colors. They have these black ones, there's silver, there's rose gold, there's gold. So there's all different colors you can get these in. So next up, we have a necklace piece. As you can see, it's a very small heart. As some of you guys are aware, I have lost my dog in December. And so on this necklace here, which is always a big seller at any craft fair, having blank jewelry, because everybody wants something personalized in some way, shape, or form. So I have her paw as a SVG. It's a paw print. And then I just added her name. Now say you wanted this to be curved more or less, you can curve it any direction just by pressing this little curve button right here. I do have it curved slightly. I'm going to bring her paw down just a bit. And for this particular type of engrave, I want it to be a little bit deeper, and it's going to have a little bit of texture. So I'm going to do 90 power. We're going to do 10 speed and 200 lines per centimeter. Okay, so doing this, it does take some time. It is going to take about 2.5 minutes to do because we are doing the crosshatch and we're going extremely slow so that we get that nice black mark. And here we go. We're going to start it now. Careful because sometimes it can be hot coming off. This actually isn't hot at all. But we have that nice black mark. It does need to be cleaned. It does need to be cleaned up a little bit, but I think it looks beautiful. And here it is all cleaned up. As you can see, black from every direction. Thank you for watching, and if you've learned anything from any of our videos, please consider giving us a subscribe. And also, let us know in the comment what sells best for you at a craft show. Also, if you're looking for any more advice or tutorials on how to do certain things, also please let us know that, so that way we can get it on our list of videos to make. Thank you, and have a great day.